Cameras on.
Hi, Rachna. Good afternoon. Prachi this side.
Hi, Dr. Prachi. Just give us 1 second. We're just waiting for everyone's cameras to be
Sure.
Yeah, cameras on. Yeah, and
all the setup is done for the screening and everything.
Yes, absolutely. All thanks to you and Healthians. It's all done. I will just share it with you as well.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, great. If everyone, we are starting this. Everyone can hear me? I don't think we need the mic, but we still got some mics just in case. Can we all have our cameras on?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you everyone for joining.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you for joining everyone. My name is Rachna Chachi. We are here as Kindness Practice Foundation, which is the NGO that we run to create awareness about preventive health and mental health. And today we are here for the Cancer Awareness Camp in Mumbai at Kharwed. And if you see, we have a room full of people here. As well as people on Zoom who have joined in to understand about cancer prevention and how to, if somebody you love has cancer, how to come out of it. Before we did this camp a few days ago, we had conducted. Can I request everyone to mute yourselves, please? So a few days ago, we did an online survey about cancer. You know, everybody says incidence of cancer is not so high, and the general attitude is that I can help, but I will not get, or I don't want to get screened. What if I have something going wrong? We did an anonymous survey online, and 83% of people had someone that they knew who had been through cancer. That's a very, very high. And it's a high enough for us to feel the need to do these kind of camps on a regular basis. With me, I have Dipali. Dipali is a two-time cancer warrior, and she's living a wonderful life. And I'll introduce all the speakers and then, give the stage to everyone to talk about it. Then we've got Dr. Prachi Chaudhary, who is...
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
He's going to talk about the importance of early screening and detection and other things. And I'll leave Dr. Prachi to talk about that. We have, I'm just looking for, bless you. Rinku, can you put your camera on? Kumar, Rinku, camera on. Okay, yes. Okay. I'll come back to Rinku later. We've got some cancer warriors. We've got a lot of people in support for the cause. You don't need to know somebody with cancer or have cancer. You can be there to support the cause. So thank you for everyone who's here to support the cause. We have Jasmine Gulati joining in from Patiala. Jasmine, you're in Patiala right now? Yeah, okay, fine. She's one of our speakers and she's also going to talk about the awareness. So first, I will give I'm just looking for Sanjay. I think he'll take some time to join. I will first give the stage to Dr. Prachi. And I will remove spotlight from everybody else.
Thank you so much, Rachna. Thank you for putting this together. It's a privilege that we could partner here and it to your initiative. and could do and collaborate on cancer awareness. Thank you so much for involving Healthians into it. While we do a lot of work around preventive health, cancer awareness is something that we have also picked up recently in last 1.5 years. We are doing some focus study there. While we were doing it, and that I happened to interact with you, we talked about how screening has evolved and has become more accessible and is more comfortable in nowadays. So hence we have an on-site activity that is going on at the location, which is a thermal cancer screening, breast cancer screening, as well as some blood test markers which help us identify if at all we carry a risk of cancer. I'll quickly explain the screening because that is something new, and I feel women of all age, including the men, should know so that they can, educate the women at their place. Now, this is a thermal screening device where Healthians has collaborated with Niramay. Niramay is into thermal screening of cancer, wherein we have this device. Now, this device and the unique proposition of this device is that it is no see, no touch, no pain examination. So that's one good thing. Second, it doesn't carry any limitation in terms of age. So if I talk of breast cancer awareness, they are primarily mammography that we know of. But under the guidelines of screening, 40 years and above, lady is supposed to undergo a mammo. Why is it so? Because anybody younger has a dense tissue and a mammo won't be able to capture it. So hence 40 years of age is basically a screening method, which is mammography. For younger individual, ultrasound breast is something that is advised, but as a screening practice, sadly, we don't go into that. But before any device thing, there is a lot of awareness that is required around self-examination as well, which we ladies can do at home, but somehow we are not able to do it. Again, I believe there is lack of education and awareness. These things should become a part of education curriculum, and less, about social awareness and that stuff. So like self-awareness at home, there are many videos available. I will pin some videos link for everybody to go through, and you can do a self-examination at home at least once in a month after your shower. And that basically helps us identify if there is any lump or any different development or unusual development from the usual day. While I'm talking on these devices on ultrasound and thermal screening, now ultrasound is something that primarily a lady undergoes when it is prescribed. So she developed some sort of a problem. She went to a breast cancer expert, and then the ultrasound was advised. And if she is 40 and above, maybe a mammo was also advised, or individually one of the tests was advised. Now, this thermal screening device, like I said, has no age foundation. Ideally, any lady who is 18 years and above, a girl, should take it. No limitation. It is no radiation. So zero radiation, radiation free. How does it happen is that since it's a thermal device, we need to first control the temperature of the area by exposing ourselves, but it's all covered, so nobody sees, unlike a mammo. So that's one. So you're covered in a proper cubicle, and your temperature is controlled. The person who is going to capture the images, now these images are sort of colored contrast-based radiological images, which will be captured by the lady who sits outside, and she assesses the temperature. The AI basically of the software helps us understand whether the temperature of the location has reached an optimal level. Once that happens, we capture 6 images, frontal and lateral views. And if at all anything is noticed, the report would carry a BRCA score. It also carries some of your history in terms of demographic or family histories and stuff. Collaborating both, the report is generated, and the report carries the images as well. And if at all, they advise you further. So if at all anything is noticed, which is a red flag, they would advise you to undergo an ultrasound or a mammography, and then you can go to a breast cancer expert and get a consult done. So that's how we have collaborated with Niramay in terms of to spread breast cancer awareness. And like I said, I missed on a very big point. That is that device is completely portable and can be taken anywhere. So Healthians is also promoting it by home visits, since we are a company which is into diagnostics at home. So this is one of the device that a lady can book and have a home screening within the walls of her own comfort, and that's how we are trying to create an awareness and education about it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prachi. I would like to share that everybody thinks that breast cancer happens later to women. I've had women with cancer coming to me at the age of 27 and 33 and 30, 36, 37. So under 40 cases are rising a lot. Of course, during the menopause and post-menopause, the risk rises more. That was always the traditional philosophy. But like Dr. Prachi said, if your risk is high, which means that you may have a genetic predisposition or you may have BRCA1, BRCA2 positive, then you must take the screening early on. I am myself going to take the screening, so I would implore everybody in the room, whether you are younger than me or older than me, please do take the screening. This opportunity that we got is a valuable opportunity for our own lives.
Yes.
Don't forget about the results that you are going to get, because if you ignore a problem, it becomes bigger. If there is early detection, there's always a positive outcome. So please do avail of this wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to add?
Absolutely. Thank you for adding, Rachna. Thank you.
Great. Wonderful. Super. Great. So now over to Dipali, who will talk about her journey as a cancer warrior.
Hello everybody and thank you रचना मैडम, आपने मुझे ये प्लेटफॉर्म अवेलेबल करके दिया मेरे कैंसर जर्नी के बारे में बताने के लिए। कैंसर का और मेरा नाता लास्ट 20 इयर्स से है। मैं नाता इसलिए नहीं कहूँगी बिकॉज माय कैंसर इज जेनेटिक। आई एम द फिफ्थ केस इन माय फैमिली। माय फादर, बोथ अंकल, माय एल्डर सिस्टर एंड मी। सो ये कैंसर की जर्नी लास्ट 20 इयर्स से शुरू है। मुझे कोलन कैंसर डायग्नोज हुआ। मतलब मैं आफ्टर मैरिज में बहुत पतली होने लगी, 35 kg वेट लॉस हुआ, हीमोग्लोबिन हुआ। तब डॉक्टर ने बोला कि ये प्रॉब्लम हेमेटोलॉजिस्ट का है, तो फिर हम लोग हेमेटोलॉजिस्ट के अंडर थे और उसमें हमारा बहुत टाइम वेस्ट हो गया। पर जो डॉक्टर मुझे बचपन से देखते आ रहे हैं, उन्होंने बोला कि इनकी हिस्ट्री कैंसर की है। सो मैंने स्टूल टेस्ट मुझे करने को कहा एंड जीआई ट्रैक के टेस्ट करने को कहा। तभी पता चला कि मुझे कोलन पे फेयरली बड़ा ट्यूमर है। तो आफ्टर दैट कोलन सर्जरी हुई, मेरा कंप्लीट लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन निकाला एंड 6 साइकिल्स ऑफ केमोथेरेपी एंड रेडिएशन होने के बाद मैं धीरे धीरे इससे बाहर आने लगी। तो डॉक्टर ने इनिशियली कहा कि आई विल लिव ओनली 1 or 2 years, पर आज 20 साल हो गए मैं उससे बाहर आ गई। एंड इनिशियली 3 years डेंजरस पीरियड, देन 5 years। उसके बाद मैंने, बिकॉज माय कैंसर इज जेनेटिक, मैंने और हस्बैंड ने डिसाइड किया कि हम एक लड़की अडॉप्ट करेंगे। तो फिर मैंने 2007 में एक बेबी गर्ल अडॉप्ट की। आज वो 10th स्टैंडर्ड का उसका कल ही रिजल्ट लगा। शी स्कोर 90%। ये लाइफ में फिर बाद में मैंने ओडिसी डांस क्लास ज्वाइन किया। 5 years I learned classical dancing and I was professional singer, so I used to do programs. उसके बाद धीरे धीरे अगेन 2019 में my cancer is hereditary। लास्ट 20 years मेरा स्क्रीनिंग बॉडी पे है। 6 months sonography, CT scan, blood test, pap smears, colonoscopy. ये मैं last 20 years से I'm following this timetable, and this timetable is lifelong for me. So in 2019 में मुझे अगेन दोबारा कैंसर हुआ, that was in uterus, और तभी डॉक्टर ने मुझे बोला कि प्रॉपर हिस्टेरेक्टमी हुआ, तुम्हारा ऑपरेशन जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा, पर ऑपरेशन को टाइम लगेगा, तब यू शुड नो कि अगेन कैंसर डायग्नोज हुआ है। तो वो मेरे सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में इतना जाके बैठ गया। वन डे फुल डे आई वाज आउट ड्यूरिंग एनेस्थेसिया में। मैंने इन 7:30 जब मैं रूम में आई आफ्टर माय सर्जरी, मैंने पहले पूछा कि कितना टाइम हुआ, तब मुझे सब बोला इट इज 7:30 इन द इवनिंग। सो तभी मुझे पता चला कि मुझे दोबारा कैंसर हुआ। तो मैं ये इंसिडेंट मैंने इसलिए बोला कि माइंड ये जो है उसमें हम एक बार ठान लेते हैं कि मुझे इससे बाहर आना ही है, ये पॉजिटिव अप्रोच रखते हैं, तो आप मतलब मेरी तो फुल गारंटी है कि आप इससे बाहर आ सकते। एंड यही मोड़ पे मुझे रचना भी मिली। तो सोशल मीडिया पे हम देख रहे थे कि न्यूट्रिशन के लिए क्या क्या अवेलेबल है, तो मेरे हस्बैंड ने किया कि रचना वाज द बेस्ट पर्सन फॉर मी। तो उसका डाइट, विटामिन, मेडिटेशन, टेक्निक्स ये इतना अच्छे से फॉलो किया, और मैं दोबारा ये कैंसर को बीट करके बाहर आई। इसलिए मैंने बोला कि कैंसर 2 बार आए, 3 बार आए, मैं डट कर रहने वाली हूँ, बिकॉज मुझे लाइफ अच्छे तरह से स्पेंड करनी है। और मैं कभी ऐसे रोते नहीं बैठी कि मुझे क्यों हुआ। मुझे तो लगता है कि बिकॉज आई एम स्ट्रॉन्ग, इसके लिए मुझे दोबारा होगा। तो हमने तो ये तो नेगेटिविटी छोड़ ही देनी चाहिए कि वाई मी। तो इसलिए मुझे, और ये भी एक है कि हमको कैंसर में हमेशा गुजर गए लोग ही हमारे सामने आते हैं, आंटी एक्सपायर बिकॉज ऑफ कैंसर, पर जो 2 बार 3 बार उससे बाहर आके एक नॉर्मल लाइफ लीड कर रहे हैं, ऐसे लोग हमें और दिखाई देने चाहिए, ऐसे मुझे लगता है। बिकॉज आई एम सिंगर, आई विल सिंग 2 लाइन्स। कुछ पाकर पाना है, मुझको कर पाना है, जीवन का मतलब तो रह जाती जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी कहानी है, एक प्यार का नगमा।
Good. Thank you so much, Diwali, for those inspirational words. We always, like you said, look for positivity. Cancer is just another disease. If you look at it like that, then you can overcome it. It's not difficult. I'd like to go to Rinku. Rinku, आप हैं? Rinku is heading our Bihar chapter for Hi Rinku, कैसे हो?
ठीक है मैम, बढ़िया।
तो Rinku, आप अभी Rinku had late-stage ovarian cancer. Can you all mute yourself? हाँ, right. Great.
हेलो एवरीवन।
Rinku's late-stage ovarian cancer, जिन्होंने सारी ट्रीटमेंट ली है पूरी। रिंकू, आप अपने वर्ड्स में बताएंगे?
हेलो, मुझे 2021 में पता चला कि मुझे ओवेरियन कैंसर है, तो एक बार तो परेशानी हो ही जाती है कि मतलब अचानक से ऐसा क्या हुआ। पूरी फैमिली एकदम शॉक्ड हो जाती है ना कि ये ऐसा कैसे हो गया। फिर हम मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ तो उसके बाद मुझे लगा कि चलो मतलब ठीक है, लेकिन लाइफ नॉर्मल कैसे लीड हो मेरी। तो उस जगह पर मुझे मैम मिली जो गॉड ने मुझे इनको भेज दिया मेरे लिए। तो वो इनके ट्रीटमेंट और इनके मेडिटेशन, इनकी गाइड, इनकी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी से मुझे इतना मतलब अच्छा हुआ कि मैं एकदम नॉर्मल लाइफ लीड कर रही हूँ अभी।
Rinku, you're being very kind. Please, everybody remember that कोई भी डॉक्टर, कोई भी हीलर कुछ भी इलाज के लिए करे, कहे ये करो वो करो, ये पेशेंट के ऊपर है कि वो अपनी कितनी कमिटमेंट दिखाते हैं, कितनी सेल्फ केयर करते हैं। ये
Yes,
आपकी
ma'am.
खुद की सेल्फ केयर है और दीपाली की जैसे खुद की सेल्फ केयर है। जितने भी पेशेंट्स हैं जिनका पॉजिटिव आउटकम हुआ है, यहाँ पे भावना बैठी है जो मेरी पेशेंट नहीं थी, उनका पॉजिटिव आउटकम है। सबका अपनी जो हिम्मत खुद की होती है कि मैंने इससे निकलना है, कि इमोशंस और कैंसर का एक बिल्कुल बहुत ज्यादा रिलेशन है,
हाँ,
स्ट्रॉन्ग
yes, ma'am.
रिलेशन, राइट।
तो
सो
वो मेरे को लगा कि मुझे तो अपने बच्चों के लिए, मेरी फैमिली के लिए तो जीना है। तो इसलिए मुझे था कि मेरे को ठीक होना है, किसी तरीके से भी ठीक होना है। तो वो मैं खुद हिम्मत रखती थी कि नहीं, मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगी, किसी तरीके से भी मैं ठीक होंगी। तो वो उस जगह पर है कि अगर आप अपने को खुद को एकदम स्ट्रांग कर लें तो कोई कुछ भी बीमारी कुछ नहीं कर सकती आपका। खुद में एकदम होना चाहिए कि नहीं, मुझे ठीक होना है। आप किसी भी स्टेज में हो, लेकिन आप ठीक हो जाओगे। कहीं भी कोई भी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं कि यही बीमारी, कोई भी बीमारी हो, अगर आप खुद पॉजिटिव है, खुद सोचेंगे कि नहीं मुझे ठीक होना है, तो वो आप हो ही जाओगे। और अगर आपकी फैमिली में सब सपोर्ट करते हैं, अगर आपके वेल विशर आपके आसपास अच्छे लोग हैं, तो आप खुद में भी लगेगा कि नहीं, आपको देख के लोग को हिम्मत आ रही है, आपके अगल बगल लोग सोच रहे हैं कि नहीं ये कुछ नहीं है, हम अगर हिम्मत रखेंगे तो सब कुछ अच्छा ही होगा एकदम। और हर स्टेज, चाहे स्टेज कोई भी हो, लेकिन आप अगर सोचिए कि नहीं मेरे को ठीक होना है, तो वो आप ठीक हो के दिखाओगे लोगों को। तो वो चीज खुद में आना बहुत जरूरी है। ये नहीं कि वो किसी के साथ ऐसा हो गया, किसी ने ऐसे बता दिया और खुद भी टेंशन में आ गए, तो फिर वो नहीं हो पाता है उस तरीके से। तो वो चीज तो खुद में आना बहुत जरूरी है। पॉजिटिव होइएगा तो फिर खुद आपका आपका सब कुछ वर्क करेगा। आप कुछ भी ले रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, तो वो आपका वर्क करेगा। और जब आप मेरे को बीमारी हुई तो लगा कि चलो मतलब थोड़ा सा आदमी का मन ही है ना, थोड़ा सा डगमगा जाता है, लेकिन फिर भी मैं हिम्मत रखी कि नहीं मेरे को ठीक होना है, किसी तरीके से भी ठीक होना है। फिर कीमोथेरेपी में भी मुझे बहुत हेल्प मिली, आपके ट्रीटमेंट से भी बहुत हेल्प मिली, इजी हो गया मेरा कीमोथेरेपी। नहीं तो कीमोथेरेपी में भी बहुत लोग डराए मुझे कि नहीं ऐसा होता है वैसा होता है, लेकिन फिर भी मेरी कीमो टचवुड बहुत इजियर हो गई। साइड इफेक्ट उसका मेरे बॉडी पर नहीं आया। ये सब बेनिफिट मेरे को मिला इस चीज के लिए।
थैंक यू सो मच रिंकू, बहुत हिम्मत लगती है बात करने के लिए। आई एम रियली थैंकफुल कि आप कर रहे हो, और आप बात सिर्फ ये नहीं कर रहे हो, आप पटना में आपने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली है कि काइंडनेस प्रैक्टिस फाउंडेशन का की तरफ से अवेयरनेस करोगे बिहार में, जो बहुत बड़ा है। तो मिल के करेंगे हम तो। थैंक यू।
मिल के करेंगे।
So, people in the room, there are some cancer warriors. If you know they'd like to say something, it would be inspirational to everyone. Yes. Yeah, Bhavna. After that, I'll get somebody from here. Then.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bhavna Seth. You want me to stand and talk about?
Yeah,
She can come
you come here, no?
Yeah.
Come here, so that people online can also
okay.
see. Come.
That's it.
Come, come sit.
That's my interest. Let's see.
No. Um, Good afternoon. My name is Bhavna Srisht. So firstly, I'll just give a little background about myself. I'm a single parent, and life has been situational, and it had all its rides, bumpy rides. I was married at the age of 18, 19. I was a mother. I have a daughter. And I was separated at the age of 22. So life took a journey from there. I work in the media professional. So I work in the entertainment industry. It's an extremely challenging, and you always work on deadlines and timelines. So how 25 years life kind of ran away, didn't realize that. And I was very happy. The achievement has been, I have a wonderful daughter, and she's also a mental health practitioner. So she's been a great support system for me. And so when I celebrated my 50th birthday with a lot of pomp and show, saying that, I finally come to an age, so you've achieved, and also finished your responsibilities. You're at a very great number now. I had a dream that I will shave off my head at Tirupati on my 50th birthday. It was decided on my 40th birthday, and my whole family was against me. And they said, Abhi bhi soch lo, but I was so hell-bent. I went on my 50th birthday to Tirupati, gave off my hair, and I felt absolutely blissful freedom, not knowing that 3 months down the line, I'll be diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And that's exactly what happened with me. I came back from the holiday. I went for another holiday, and that is where the whole symptom started. I did not have any problems gynecologically. I did have a fibroid, which was diagnosed, but at the age of 45, it was diagnosed, and I was told by my gynacs, irrespective of meeting some 3-4 gynacs, getting consultation, that it's okay, fibroid hai, koi problem nahi hai. Indian women, anyways, 90% women have fibroid. So nothing to worry, just keep a sonography on a yearly basis so that there is no growth. And that's exactly what happened, that there was no growth for almost like 5 years. It was just minimalistic, and they said it's normal. And to my surprise, I never had period issues. I did not have menopause issues. I was actually had my last periods 2 days before my surgery. So there was that normal. So I had never, generally women are always told, "Are period problem hai, menopause ho raha hai." Nothing happened of that kind. I used to have exact my 28-day cycle. So and I used to work 18 to 20 hours a day at the age of 50 as well. So there was no sign or symptom, or you're feeling there's no energy, or there's lethargic. Everything was fine. Hemoglobins were at levels were all okay. And so only thing happened in January was that I suddenly, why I'm talking about this today is because a lot of people just nazarandaz karte hain un symptoms ko. Mujhe sirf gas hone lagi thi पेट में, and which had never happened to me. So I used to have bloated, like I remember on my after my birthday, which is in December, I went for a 31st holiday, and I felt like I'm a 9-month pregnant woman. That kind of gas would happen. And I was in Kerala with my daughter. I said, "Beta, mere saath pata nahi kya ho raha." So she said, "We must go back and get to the doctor." I, being a negligent woman always for my health, I did not go. I had another shooting schedule, and I went to Mathura for 2 months. And that's where the whole, and every time it would be, "Oh, there's a change of food, there's change of weather, so gas ho rahi hai." Anyways, back in March, and my homeopath, who's been a friend also, she said, you anyways have a yearly sonography. This is the time. So please go and get your sonography done. And I said, okay, now it's a little out of, so on the 20th, I still remember that date, 28th of March, I went for my sonography to Suburbans at like late in the evening, and the doctor suddenly just lost, he went into a panic mode. And all he said, "Ma'am, do you have a gynecologist?" I said, "I'm sorry, but why do I need a gynecologist?" And I was immediately asked to meet a gynecologist, and for my surprise, I didn't know a single gynac by then in Mumbai city because I'm originally from, Bhopal and Delhi family. Anyways, we found, and I found a very fantastic gynecologist. I must mention him because I think he's a godsend man, Dr. Masrani. And I was sent to him, and he died. I mean, and then obviously subsequent, reports and everything. And on the 6th day, he said, I think it's cancer. And I was not ready to accept it. And we had almost like an argument in his cabin. And he said, it's ovarian cancer, and you will need to be operated, and you will have to go through a 6 months of bed rest and a chemo. And I said, that's not happening with me. That was my answer. And he just laughed. And I said, no, that's not happening with me because I'm a working professional. I cannot sit at home. And so I said, I will decide now my surgery. And that's how on the 28th of April, I was operated. It was a 3rd stage of cancer. And in 2016, my sonography was normal. So like the lady said that, that emotions play a lot of role. So I feel, and that's what has been the culmination of my cancer, is that too much of suppression of emotions over the years has led this to, and it has suddenly blown out of proportion, which did not happen in 2000 till 2016. In 1 year's time, it just went into a 3rd stage cancer. So all the ladies, humbly, I say, please take out all your vents, laugh, smile, be happy, because that is most important. Disease will definitely, you can overcome, because for me, my only thing was I have a lot to do before I go from this planet. So this roadblock or a curve has come in my life to basically teach me that, boss, look after yourself. The self-love was missing, and that's where this has all led to. So cancer came like a warning for me. And since then, I'm working towards it. Not that my work has stopped, not that I am not doing much more work right now, but I am definitely mindful of working on my emotions. So every woman, I would say, because we generally are so much into nurturing that we forget our own self. So please love yourself and look after yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bhavna. In a very simple manner, you have actually put across cancer prevention for women, and I'm saying this from a clinical aspect. This self-care, if it gets activated, we can prevent a lot of diseases
Absolutely.
and a lot of pain for ourselves.
Thank you so much.
We are going to touch upon a very sensitive topic now. Yes, we know that women get cancer more than men, but children also get cancer. And the outcome of children under the age of 10 who have been diagnosed with cancer is poor. We have over here a brave mother who has chosen to dedicate her life to cancer awareness for young mothers. And Jasmine Gulati lost her 6-year-old child to cancer, her firstborn. And she's here to talk about her journey as well as help young mothers understand.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachna. Is my voice clear?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Rachna, for providing me an opportunity so that I can talk on this matter. This matter is quite emotional whenever I talk about it. And at times, it's been 3 years, but sometimes I feel I'm still standing on the same platform where I have left him. My son was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 4. And what I feel was where I lacked was ignorance. Just like the last speaker said, prevention is better than cure. We ignore early signs, we ignore early symptoms. He had stomach aches. I visited from doctor to doctor. We changed doctor on weekly basis, but no one was able to diagnose. Every month we used to get ultrasound कि उसके पेट में दर्द क्यों होता है. Doctors always say बच्चों को होता है. बच्चे कुछ खा लेते हैं. It happens. So every doctor had the same story. They did tests, but nothing came in ultrasound. And sometimes I feel it was my ignorance. If I would have diagnosed it earlier, it would not have reached the stage 4. At the time, we have got the CT scan done, and it was like he was having neuroblastoma. at that stage I was like, यार बच्चों को भी कैंसर हो सकता है, बड़ों में तो बहुत सुना था. It is all about ignorance. We were not aware. We ignored the early signs and symptoms. He started limping after 3 months. And we were like, कि कुछ चोट लगी होएगी, he might be having, he was playing, he might get hurt. So we will never get the right direction. So where should we move? And in doctors in India, in case of pediatrics especially, they'll never guide you. They ignore very small symptoms कि बच्चों में तो ऐसा होता ही है. So what I have learned in 3 years, what I am teaching people whosoever I meet, never ever ignore early signs and symptoms. God has made our body so beautifully well, it gives you signs. The day one he got stomach ache, he was admitted in the hospital. Doctor said, it got ultrasound, there was nothing. Every month there were signs, but we were not aware that it could be cancer. Doctor ignored, it happens in the kids. Same is with other people also. I had a relative, just like the last speaker said, she had gastric issues. We have chest burns. We ignore such signs and symptoms. These are kind of alarms. Our body gives something is wrong, something is wrong. And we are always like, it's okay. We hate visiting doctors. They'll give us medicine and I don't want to have medicine. They'll ask for tests. Why are we scared of tests? First reason is mainly the cost. No, it's not always. We are basically we are a little bit scared of the outcome. Start getting your tests done weekly, monthly, any. At least you should get your blood markers get done by at least in 6 months. Ultrasound also for females also. I aware people about just like pap smear test. It's a very simple test, but girls never do it. In my community in Patiala, I tell every woman to get it done once a year. It will not harm you, but it will give you benefit. It's a very simple, easy test, but doctors will never aware you that you should get it done for ovarian cancer, the basic cancers that women have. For breast cancer also, we need to go for screening, tests, everything, never ignore. Early detection is the only thing. We are not accepting cancer. We are just talking about it. हाँ, उसको भी cancer है, उसको भी cancer हाँ फैल रहा है. And what we are doing for it. It's about healthy lifestyle. Lots of other things are involved. It's not like that कि सिर्फ खाने से ही होता है. Your mental health, everything. In elders also. I've seen my son fighting through it. But for a kid, he taught me courage. He had chemo. His body revived a bit. And he was running next hour. And for him, it was like, Mama, chemo is good. I can play cricket. Everyone should have the same feeling. We can fight. But what he taught me the best lessons of my life. कि अपनी health के साथ कभी भी you should not play. So we ignore things and all these things are taught to me by Rachna. It was her company that I've learned a lot. But sometimes I feel यार इतनी late समझ के भी क्या फायदा हुआ. I met Rachna quite late. We could have met her earlier. I don't know. Maybe I would have been at a better place. My son would have, it was my ignorance as a mother. He raised from stage 1 to stage 4. And that was like the last stage. And the survival is very difficult. But still a child fights, a mother fights, parents fight. Sometimes we take it on us also that as a mother, I might have done something wrong in my pregnancy. That's why he got cancer. There are lots of unanswered questions. So what best you can do is understand your body. Don't ignore early signs and symptoms. Improve on your mental health. Get your tests done. Health is the first priority. It's not easy. There are kind of people I meet daily. Khao piyo, ash karo. It's okay. Jo hoga dekha jayega. But it's not always true. Na? If I am not taking care of my health, it is impacting my closed ones. If I am ill, I have people around who will also become caretakers of me. So हम अपनी health को तो ignore करते हैं and we are putting their life also at all. My father is a patient of kidney disease. He was always ignorant about his BP. What means I can't tell you, we always used to tell him, do this, do this. He was under Rachna for 2 years, he was perfectly fine. After that, he said, I'm fine. Now I should live a normal life. And suddenly he got his creatinine switched to 8. He was at a stage of dialysis. At that time, he realized I should have not ignored it. There are lots of things in our life. It's about ignorance, prevention. All these things matter in our life. Our life is in our hand and we are not taking care of it. If a child can survive cancer, I don't, still I'm running, I'm studying everywhere, lots of things. I don't know why kids get cancer. In elders above 30 years, we can say that they have lifestyle diseases, 30, 40, 50s. They get lifestyle diseases because of getting at older age. There are lots of issues, but still there are lots of unanswered questions about cancer. No one has a question why it got cancer. Maybe it's not lifestyle, it's because of some genetic issues. Maybe your exposure to something in your life, just like rays, technology. All these things matters. It's not about always the one factor that I'm eating wrong.
Yeah.
Cancer. So there are thousands and thousands of reasons. So we should not go about cancer. We should search for how chances of cancer. Prevention is must. Never ever ignore early signs and symptoms. हम छोटी छोटी चीजें अपनी लाइफ में इग्नोर करते हैं, गैस बन जाना, कहीं पे पेन्स होना, lots of other things. So at the end, I will request everyone, don't ignore early signs and symptoms. Your body, God has made your body so beautiful that it is all about our ignorance and half knowledge that we are getting affected. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jasmine. This is very, very heartening and very brave of you to come and talk. And it's a reality check for each one of us about kids getting cancer. Yes, you're right. The causes are linked to genetic causes, environmental causes, the toxins that we are ingesting. This is the world that we live in, unfortunately. And scientifically, cancer has been linked in children to all these things, including some aspects of stress of the mother when she is expecting, being passed on to the child and causing issues. Not just cancer, a lot of children start getting into spectrum disorders and developmental disorders, ADHD and other kind of autism spectrum, because of all these impacts, because of the world we live in today, the toxins and the environment, and the food that we eat is not pure, it's full of toxins. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you so much for this. We will start simultaneously.
Thank you, Rachna.
So simultaneously, we will start the screening process, as well as we can take question answers if any of you have any questions. And we also have the handout for everyone. Plus, we have some food. It is the time that everybody must be munchy. So each one will get a box. We'll just start. Ashwini, can you start distributing that? Happy to take any questions about cancer preventions or about early cures. If any of your family member or loved one has cancer. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, please start. Please start. Okay, so I am a cancer and cancer metastasis holistic expert. Did my certification from Johns Hopkins University for cancer and cancer metastasis. And I'm also a mental health and positive psychiatry expert. So I do this, what we would call, this is my practice. And for 15 years, I have been helping people with cancer, autoimmune, and other chronic conditions. And I do have a reputation that if it's everybody says it's not going to work, go to Rachna. And God has been kind, because I myself was a warrior. I was an autoimmune warrior before I got into this. The Kindness Practice Foundation was set up by us because I saw so many patients struggling, and this awareness for prevention and for lifestyle modifications, specifically for cancer, because more than 80% cancers are lifestyle based. That's also there in this paper, and they are preventable. The foundation, the NGO, was only set up to create this kind of awareness, as well as bring up other therapists and warriors who are doing good work and making an impact to the community. Thank you.
And then you are based in Bombay.
Yes,
But these people are not in Bombay. How do
Yes.
you connect with them?
I treat across 27 countries.
Countries.
Yes.
Right. And may I have your number?
I'll give you my card after this. Yeah, sure.
It will be helpful because I think for prevention of cancer.
Yes.
My sister was suddenly one of them got cancer. She did very bathroom quickly. Now the other one got uterus cancer. And there was more. So she's continuing now. That's how I want to do it.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I have noticed some questions. I hope some may not be connected, but because I follow a diet where white disease without medication, but plant food. Have you heard of Dr. Hunter? Because I follow Dr. Agarwal, from Mysore. So can we, no, it's okay, my voice is loud enough. And so we cured with without medication, without chemo, plant food.
It is, no, so cancer is a multidimensional disease.
So
Multidimensional disease. You need to, generally speaking, you say a preventive philosophy is to have a primarily plant-based food and reduce stress levels and do moderate exercise. But that's for prevention. Once somebody gets cancer, you need to be on a specific program, because one of the triggers is inflammation. For the cancer markers to go high, for the cells, the cancer cells to multiply very rapidly. And cancer cells are much smarter than our healthy cells. So they can lie dormant for years. That's why secondary cancers, metastasis is becoming very common. So to prevent, what you're saying, it's a good chance you can prevent. But the moment somebody gets cancer, it's a more specialized treatment. That is why there is training and education available for that. And that treatment involves literally a vertical ladder healing. Many of my patients who are here will understand what is vertical ladder healing. It is going step by step to focus on gut repair, reduction in inflammation. Within 30 days, your clinical markers can crash down. I have written a book on cancer. You can beat cancer. You can get it on Amazon. It has all this data. It has positive outcomes of patients who have cancer. So you need treatment. If someone is diagnosed, then they need treatment. What choice they make for treatment is up to them. Some people take only medical treatments like chemotherapy, radiation, immunotherapy. Some patients will do an integrative treatment. My field is more integrative oncology, and it's recognized internationally a lot more. In India, only now people have started talking about it. So if you have an integrative treatment where you get your chemotherapy or radiation, but with that you start with a specific program to reduce your inflammation, reduce your cancer markers, repair your gut, then two things will happen. One, you will reduce side effects of those treatments. So your recovery is going to be much faster. The second is anybody who gets cancer has a risk of getting cancer again. So with this treatment, you also reduce the risk of getting cancer again.
That is of a different order? Or the same?
It depends on where the dormant cancer cells have gone and hidden, but generally there is a pattern to that. But there are people who come to me with metastasis or with secondary cancers. Metastasis means that it has gone from the main site to another organ. So secondary means that, like something like what Dipali had, means that one of her previous treatments along with the genetic predisposition triggered the second cancer. Now, both kinds of cancer can be treated in an integrative manner for best outcomes.
We have to pause, so those who want to get the screening done cannot eat.
Please, those who want to get the screening done, there's free blood tests. There is breast cancer screening, which I will get done after this session. The free blood tests are a very comprehensive list of packages that are there, including your inflammation markers, cancer markers, vitamin markers, and liver function, kidney function, all that is there. Please avail of this free opportunity.
I would have done finally by, I'm just, and I've just got it done, like just 10 days.
Water, they can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, water can be drunk.
Just done all my months.
Okay. No,
Yeah, but no eating. No eating. Any drinking is okay. Drinking water is fine.
This shut the. Okay. You want to get your. Yes. Get your staff also screened. Let us start with it.
So what food should one avoid for prevention?
It's here. It's all here. So that's what people think it's a one food wonder. If I eliminate this, I will be fine. If I eat this, I will be fine. It doesn't. The human body and mind don't work like that. Yeah. So you've got to have. If I have to give you the top 5 things, you have to have 50% of your plate as vegetables every meal to avoid cancer. Number 1. Number 2, you've got to release your stress. When Bhavna spoke about her stress leading to cancer, I have seen a lot of cases, and primary immediate trigger is stress. So please don't ignore stress. So when I work with people, I counsel them and I give them coping techniques of releasing the stress. That's the second. The third is for prevention, moderate exercise, not over exercise or zero exercise works. So moderate exercise is walks, yoga, and people who play golf.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You don't have.
I would like to share
We
one.
give you a handout, so you don't need that.
Yeah.
Regarding the food is something which, there's so much of, different adaptations to it. So when I was going post my ovarian surgery, I was very sure I don't want a chemotherapy. And I went like, I will not get a chemotherapy. I will go through an alternative measure. I went to more than 5 doctors. Every doctor had, okay, this kind of diet will work for you. That kind of diet will work. And trust me, I did one of the diets before my first chemo. And I just went through the most, nightmarish 17 days of my life. Because I was just healing, and then he had put me on a diet. He was a very accomplished doctor, but my body did not work to that.
Bhavna, you went to a doctor who is not trained to give you nutrition for cancer.
No, but that's what he said. He is trained to. He said, I have treated liver cirrhosis and cancer patients. And I went to him with a lot of faith, and I retained my chemo for 1 month. I want to go through this and see. And 17 days later, I just could not take it.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to get my chemo done. And that's what she said. Integrated, the whole process is what has helped me. Getting my diets in place and my chemo and my exercise. I have been a player all my life, but now I have slowed down because I'm in my head 20-year-old. But the day I start doing gyms and all, it really takes me back to, the ground zero. I go to do yoga, walks, that helps me as well. You know, so there is a lot of like what she said, right?
Yeah.
You know, the prevention is very different for everybody, and also especially when you overcome cancer.
Yeah. And different types of cancer require different types of
Exactly.
treatment. Even when you do integrative treatment, it's different. Say, 50% of my treatment for people is how to slow their
Yeah.
inflammation down through their breath. I'm also an MA yoga and a certified yoga teacher trainer. That's what do you do? We have 4 rooms inside us: physical nutrition, emotional nutrition, mental nutrition, spiritual nutrition. Physical nutrition is where most people are stuck. Oh, I ate properly, I exercised. That's why there's so much disease in the world. Emotional nutrition is how you react or respond to your circumstances and environment. If your reaction is of panic, fear, irritation, anger, then in the physical nutrition room, you are releasing, your brain sees this as stress, fight or flight. You're releasing acids in your stomach. So in the mental nutrition room, you have triggered negative mental thought patterns, which is again going to the physical nutrition room, and the brain is sending a message to the gut to release acids in the stomach. This vicious cycle erodes your gut. This vicious cycle reduces absorption of nutrients from food, increases inflammation levels, gets you poor immunity. And the spiritual nutrition room, which is nothing to do with religion, it's about how far will you go to self-care. Sitting down, slowing down, not scrolling, not rushing. Sit, listen to some music, do some deep breathing. It slows your cells down. Our breath is the bridge between our subconscious and conscious. Utilizing that will release your emotional toxins, physical toxins, reduce cancer markers. I've had cases of late stage ovarian cancer, done surgery, done chemotherapy. Doctors are saying, we don't know why her cancer markers and inflammation markers are high. 45 days with me, her inflammation markers crashed. It's not, it's what the body is made for. We are made for healing. We've got to give the right input.
Now, I like your last words because I really slowed in November, this November. Live for yourself. The last sentence that you said have touched me because I have got my realization. I'm normal. Yes. But I realized that I've sacrificed a lot for the family. Now I have to live for myself.
Most important, which we don't do as women. I think it's pan anywhere. We are creatures who are made like this, but we need to change. It's very.
And I hope I can do it when my daughters will be. I didn't know.
Yes.
I want to now let them.
Yes. It's important. Trust me, self-love is, I have learned from my daughter. So I completely give it to, her.
Deepali, thank you very much for the positive talk that you did.
Yes,
And I think
absolutely. All my salute to you. Fabulous.
Yes, anybody else getting screening?
We get the results on the month.
You will have to give your, are you getting the answer or the? So you just give them your details and you email us. You can email them on WhatsApp and the report? Email, okay.
Once again, I'm a positive person. I'm waiting for the screening, but I know everything is good.
And it is going to be by action. It is absolutely.
It took me 1 year to screen because I was teaching at school. I went for a conference in Manila. That's where I learned. And I did all the 1 year, things. And now in all my fields,
Everything. Serious screening, some people are saying they don't want screening, they want leaves. So we want a picture before everyone leaves. And if there are questions, keep coming. Sir, how are you?
so this is only for today.
This is only for, yeah. While the questions are coming, can everyone come in front and then we can take a picture? Guys, thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Everyone? Okay, Sheila, just send me an email or inbox me on Instagram. My Instagram is Rachna Restores, @Rachna Restores. I'll help you with it.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone. The screenings are happening now, and we are going to eat some yummy food. We will, we look forward to you also having it. Thank you, Mr. Patnaik. Thank you, Navita. Rinku, I will be in touch for the Patna chapter. Let's do some
Yes.
good work. Yeah, वहाँ पे भी ऐसा करते हैं क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay.